Hi, I'm Natalie Messler with Red One Realty's Home Premier Group, and today we are here with Dave Grohl. Just kidding. We're here with Kyle Dynes with Moto Mortgage. Did I say that right? Dynes?
Yeah, absolutely, Dynes.
Excellent. See, got to make sure we get those right. And today we're talking about FHA loans. These are loans that a lot of buyers are looking into, especially first-time home buyers. So we want to make sure that we explain this to you all so that you are prepared and ready when you meet with your lender and your realtor. So take it away, Dave.
Awesome. Well, thanks for the introduction. I wish I was Dave Grohl. I wouldn't have to do mortgages.
Right?
Yes. So FHA is a huge lending tool for a lot of people. FHA's background was, it used to be for first-time home buyers. People that didn't quite have the 700 score, didn't quite have the 20% down.
Right.
And it was a great product, which allowed a lot of people to get into homes until here recently. Now it's getting a bad rap of, the appraisals take too long. They're very hard to get an appraisal done, which isn't the thing. We're closing FHA loans. Mike Hall loves to hear how quickly in 7 days that we're closing these. But that's the big thing. I think FHA is just a product, just like it used to be with conventional loan. People think you had to have 20% down.
Right.
Now, a lot of people think FHA is not a strong buyer or the appraisal is going to go sideways. But FHA is still a very strong loan. There are still very, very strong buyers that really need FHA. FHA will go down to a 500 credit score.
Okay.
The listing agents will never need to know that stuff. It all depends on that buyer. What is best for your client? Will them getting into an FHA loan help them more than a conventional loan? It might. And
so explain a little bit, because I know that can sometimes be the question too. What is FHA? What does that stand for?
So it's the Federal Housing Authority, and it's just backed by the government.
Okay.
Well, so take it back. If you think about conventional, which is Fannie and Freddie, who are they backed by? The government.
Correct.
So me as a lender, I still kind of ponder that same thing. It's all backed by the government. It's just the government has put into place because at one point they knew that there was a huge amount of people that quite couldn't get the conventional lending, and there was still a lot of homes on the market that set for 200 days.
Right.
So the government put together this FHA lending, and it used to be, for first-time home buyers, people that didn't quite have 700 score, and like I said, it's a great product.
Yeah.
It is a fantastic product, not even for first-time home buyers. It allows you to keep a lot of money in your pocket. The minimum down payment with FHA is 3.5% of the purchase price. A lot of people think that closing costs are higher than normal loans. They're not. It doesn't dictate the closing costs. However, there is an upfront premium that goes on top of your loan amount.
Okay.
So what happens is everybody wants to know, well, how is FHA getting their money? Because they're giving these clients the low rates, the low down payments. They're going to put a premium on your loan amount. So basically what that means is, let's say you're buying a house for $100,000. Your down payment is 3.5%. The FHA, the government, is going to put 1.75 of that loan amount as a premium back on top of your loan amount.
Okay.
So they're adding that $1,750 back
to
on
the end of your loan.
and you're paying that back over 30 years. So they're making interest off that money. Again, is it more expensive? Not out of pocket.
Okay.
In the long run, absolutely. But
how
many people do you know that live in their house for 30 years?
Not many.
So
there's a change too. If you look at our parents, maybe that was the case, but data is showing now that a lot of millennials, a lot of a younger generation are actually living in their homes for about 3 to 5 years before they sell.
And that's exactly it. So that's the way I look at it when I am interviewing a client and I'm asking those questions. What is your plan? Are you moving to this place for the school district? Do you have children? What is the maximum amount you want to spend? Because if we can get you into an FHA loan, which may be your best bet, and we can sell that to the listing agent, it's going to put these people in such a better position than a lot of the conventional loans would, just because of the cost.
Right.
And the upfront cost doesn't really matter because you're only there 3 to 5 years. So if you take 5 years times 1.75%, it's very minimal. So it allows these people that don't have the 20% or the 700 score to really get into a home and be as comfortable as somebody with those scores going conventional would be.
And you explained too that FHA doesn't always have to be first-time home buyers.
Nope, absolutely.
Which is great. And I think that's a misconception because a lot of people assume FHA automatically means I have to be a first-time home buyer. So it's good to know that it's open for a lot of different people.
I'm doing a loan right now with somebody that has an FHA loan and they're going to another FHA loan. It's just that conversation of making sure that everybody involved, from the listing agent to the buyer, knows, hey, in reality, this is the best product for this client. Now, the house was built in 1990, so it's not falling apart. There's not peeling paint. There's no broken windows. So we're going to pass an appraisal. Obviously, you haven't listed it for $70,000 over asking, and the value's there. So we're not going to have an issue there.
Right.
The misconception is FHA takes forever. It doesn't. Like I said, we just closed one in 7 days with an appraisal.
That's great.
And the reason that we can do that is because we're a boutique lender. There's 3 of us here, me, one other loan officer, and a processor. So every single file, we know every single angle where it's at, as opposed to the big box lenders, which I used to work at once, where you take the loan, you submit it into underwriting or processing, and it goes to Canada, and then it goes to Florida. So then, your turn times are 30, 45, 60 days. And that's where a lot of these loans have gotten the bad rep.
Yeah.
FHA takes forever. It really doesn't. As long as you're with a lender that knows what they're doing.
Yeah, which is super important. I mean, it also helps when you have a good realtor.
Yep, absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Premier Group has a lot of
Premier
those.
Group, absolutely. They're full of them. That's
Right,
why we partner with them.
We are.
So, and that's the biggest misconception, I think, is, well, we want to close fast.
Yeah.
There's so much red tape with FHA. There is. And we want to take that red tape out of it to make sure that that is a smooth process, because in reality, FHA might be the best product. Like I said, everything changes in the mortgage industry daily. So as long as you're with a lender that keeps up with it and knows what's going on, it doesn't matter whether they're doing VA, conventional, USDA, we're going to get you to the table in 2 weeks or less.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And we're going to explain that too, that if you watch our lender series, we are going to go over the different type of loans that we have available, or that Kyle does have available to you. But if you just make sure that you click the link below, it'll take you to his site, but also follow us. We release new videos every Thursday. And again, here from Moto Mortgage and from Red One Realty's Home Premier Group, we thank you for joining us. Please remember to click and subscribe, and we will see you guys again next week. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.